Good morning, Moonlight Citizens. The man on the moon here, coming to you with another episode of the Moonlight Kingdom Podcast. We're ready to blast off in 3, 2, 1.
It's definitely an angle.
You know, if out of context, someone heard the part where you're like, oh, you're talking about like Koreans are pretty good, and you're like, oh, they are doing things. What is that an angle? Like, what kind of weird shit did I walk into here, man?
No.
Like, what?
Okay, so I have to explain this context to explain. So, with League, the Korean style of League of Legends is that you basically, for the first 20 minutes of the game, nothing happens. It's basically it's a chess match, right? And they slowly, like, it's a boa constrictor. They slowly wrap around your team, squeeze the life out of you, then they win. Then they win the match.
Okay.
Like, that's what Korean League of Legends is known as. Chinese League of Legends is you make a move, they make a move, they throw the chessboard aside and they punch you in the face, and then it becomes a boxing match. That's Chinese League, and it's fucking entertaining. I love watching it.
This sounds crazy, man. This sounds like...
It's... No, for real, no. It's so... Like, Korean League, you'll end a game, maybe there'll be 10 kills throughout the entire game. Chinese League, I've seen matches where it goes up to 50 kills.
Yeah. Sounds like there's a lot going on.
Yeah. So you're waiting for Mully to talk about Multiverse of Madness.
No, we covered that. Now, Multiverse of Madness. You know what's weird? I saw Multiverse of Madness with you, but coming out of that, we were both just like, man, I got nothing to say. And in the ensuing months after that, to this day, like, we never really bring it up. We're just of the attitude, there's really not much to say about it. Yeah, whenever Bali comes on, it's like, bruh.
I don't have much to say about that movie. I just don't. It's like Marvel, stop being a bitch about it and let us actually go into the multiverse.
Yeah. Not that slideshow that we clipped past on the way in. Just...
No, that was a PowerPoint presentation where you just hit enter. Oh, we're done. Oh, here's the new wallpaper, guys. Get used to it.
Yeah. There were very few multiverses and not a lot of madness in this Multiverse of Madness. It failed to do what was on the tin.
Yeah, I need more madness with my multiverse.
Yes, man. Just doing what you say on the tin is very important, okay? There's a reason we have titles, man. You don't give yourself the username bigger than you if you're not bigger than most motherfuckers, alright? Just say it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. But there is that random asshole who will call himself 9 Inch Nails and be like, I shit you not. That's not an interaction I had. That's a Law and Order episode. The dude they dragged into court. They called him in like for charges and shit, and they asked him, you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and they're like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. You've called yourself 9 Inch Nail. It's like, you lied about that. How do we know you're not lying about this? What the fuck? Dude, I laughed so hard. And it was such a serious trial, but like, what the fuck?
What was that episode? It wasn't Law and Order. It was it Icet? Where that dude is like, I have relations with women, but I like having sex with men. And I was like, guess what, motherfucker? That makes you gay. Which show was that? That was so funny.
I don't know, man. That just sounds like an everyday conversation to me. Like, I don't know, just we're discussing.
No, the dude comes up to him and he's like, I have relations with women, but I like having sex with men. And it's like, Ice-T goes up to him, he's like, guess what, motherfucker? That makes you gay.
A good old Ice-T, man. Guy's a legend.
Because the whole point, the dude was in the closet and he was like denying it the whole time. He's like, I'm not gay.
Like, you fuck guys, man. That's the gayest shit you can... Okay, whoa. While we're on the subject of the gayest shit, let me ask you something, man. There's this clip of Zoom. He's talking to Barry Allen. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was in Flashpoint. And he goes, remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend and you came right as she touched your leg? That was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so that it would seem as if you nutted at just a woman's touch. And then I commented, that is the gayest shit I have ever heard in my life. Man. And I got bombarded with fucking messages like, oh, you're homophobic. Why do you associate gay shit with being bad? And I'm like, no, I don't associate gayness with being bad. But this is gay. This is fucking gay. It's a dude jerking off another dude.
I'm like, reverse flash sus. Straight up.
It's incredibly sus, man. Like, I'm like, bruh, you could have done anything. You could have done anything, and you decide, like, what is the train of thought where you think, nah, I'm gonna jerk him off at super speed, so he's gonna come. And it's like, just, what led to that line of thinking, man? Just...
It's so funny. I love that meme. It pops up on my timeline and I lose it every time I see that meme. Because the dude's voice is so serious. Like, I got vindication against you, motherfucker. You got jerked off.
Oh man, he said it like I don't know, man. It's like he's not, like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear what you just did? Like, what the? Oh man, like, why would you admit that? Like, just, oh, that was me, dude. Like, it's like, oh great, now I gotta be on the lookout. Like if I was in a situation, I'd just be thinking, so you're telling me those random nights where I would cream my pants wasn't nocturnal emissions? That was just you fucking around some more? Like, what else do you do, man? Tell me right now.
Reverse Flash is probably the creepiest fucking villain I think I've ever encountered.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about how much do you hate a motherfucker? You went and murdered his mom, right?
Yeah.
And then you jacked him off during his first time with a girl.
What the?
Like, you must really hate a motherfucker to do that. Think about it. Just think about that.
This dude is like one step away from saying, remember that night when you woke up and your ass was really sore? It was me, Barry. I fucked you while you stood at super speed. Like, just, what the? Like, he's like one step away from just raping this motherfucker. Like, just, that's the vibe I'm getting here. Like, do you want to kill Barry Allen or fuck him? Because you gotta pick one, man.
Fucking kill him. I want to fucking kill him.
Jesus, man. There's this one comic. It was like, one guy posted it on Facebook and he tagged it, when you almost feel bad for the bad guy. And it's like, and Flash is like, got dude like pinned, and he's like, why won't you stop? Why do you keep invading my life? And the guy's like, because it's the only time you'll spend with me. Like, what the fuck? What? I remember I sent you that shit, and I'm like, confirmed. He does want to fuck this guy. I knew it. I fucking knew it. And you were just like, okay, calm down, dude. Calm down, dude. Just.
I was like, calm down. It's sus, I know.
Dude, I fucking called it, man. I called it. I knew this shit. I knew it.
But like, think about it, right? Like, Joker also wants to fuck Batman. Like,
no, he don't. No, he don't.
Yes.
He don't, man. He got a girl. Why would he? Oh, Jesus.
Man, Harley ain't doing it for him. Listen, Harley Quinn goes, it's perfectly fine. Batman goes, the man's whole identity is gone.
Jesus, man, that's some crocky shit, man. Like, just, that's some bullshit, bro. Why would you bother having a girlfriend if you're not hitting that? Better yet, why would you bother having that girl if you ain't hitting that? Like, dude.
Man, he got that girl, but I'm telling you this much, he's not thinking about her.
You got Harley Quinn as a girlfriend, and you ain't hitting that? Like, you ain't...
No, he's hitting that, but he's
not like that, fool.
I'm telling you, man. I'm like, Joker, you gay as hell too, man. You're
Yes.
just sly about it.
Sly. The man who wears purple
Yeah.
suits, has green hair, and bright red lipstick. You call that sly?
No, he's sly. No, he's sly because he got a girlfriend.
He has a beard.
So,
Just saying. Oh, shit, dude.
yeah, I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Molly will even be like, yeah, Joker pretty sus.
Jesus, man.
Joker and Reverse Flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sus.
I seriously, like, there should be a comic somewhere where they just, like, they decide, you know what, fuck Batman, fuck Flash, let's just do our own thing together. It's like, we're both fucking crazy, and it's clear they don't like us, so, like, maybe as well we should be with someone who's just like us or something. I don't know, that's the only way I can see this working out. Dude, I still can't get over the whole I jerked you off at super speed. Like, how did...
Yeah, somebody dubbed that. But it's not like, that's not an official dub, but still, that was fucking funny.
I know, but like, I don't put it above him, man. He would. It sounds like some. The fact that people roll with it just show, like, yes, this is something that he could and would do. Just, oh my God.
I don't trust superheroes not to do. Listen, if I had superpowers, man, you could do some very. Have you seen the boy says it all? Like they know there's a dark side to having these powers, man.
Yeah. Like, great power is actually a great irresponsibility, man. Like, this, the greater the power, the more responsible you be with it.
Just watching this match.
Yeah.
It's actually Chinese players now, so.
Oh. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a joke, but I can't think of one that's not racist, man. Like, that's just... I'm sorry, but that's just me, dude. I can't... That's... like, I was...
Listen, I know the Chinese are listening in, but I don't think they care that much.
Oh, Jesus, man. Like, fucking... It's like, oh, I'm just... like, out of context, you could just be like, oh, yeah, I'm just watching... Yeah, it's these Chinese ones now. Like, oh, okay. Like, next one, there'll be the Japanese ones, and then, yeah, maybe.
Well, no, Japanese League of Legends suck ass. They're terrible at it.
Oh, okay.
They're terrible at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Very odd.
Which is weird. You think they'd be really good at sucking ass, man? Like, just, it's not like. Jesus, man.
If you know how, like, serious Koreans are about, like, League or any other, like, professional esport, to log into the game, you have to put in your ID number.
Why? What are they gonna do with it?
Oh, so if you boost, aka, like, you log into somebody's account and do shit, your account can get banned. Like, permanently. And you will face there'll be, like, monetary fines, and you can get locked up for that shit.
Locked up? You go to jail for gaming?
You're in jail for illegally boosting. You can't go to jail for that shit. There's a guy, he was so good at League, he used to, in between playing rounds of PUBG, he used to play PUBG for fun, so he'll play a couple rounds of PUBG, and then he'll be playing League, and he'll be doing it for other people. And he used to say to his friends, like, dude, this game is so fucking boring, I just want to go back to playing PUBG. But he'll be stomping, like, some of the best players in the world at the time. Like, but here's the part that fucked him over. There was this chick that sort of, like, she posed as, like, his friend for, like, a while, and she liked him. And then he was too focused on, he was making money doing this. He was, like, too focused on that. And he was like, I don't want to fucking date you. Because he's, like, every weekend or every second weekend, he's, like, flying out of the country. He's visiting a different place. And this chick snitched on him. And he got banned for 999 years.
That is an absurd level of thing, man. I don't understand that. Why do people give out sentences that are longer than anybody's life expectancy. Do you expect someone to actually make it that long? Just...
Yeah, that's fucking weird. The thing is, like, dude, he wanted to play competitively. Like, he was trying out for teams and shit. If that man got into, like, the professional scene, it would have looked so different right now. Holy shit. Because the guy who was, like, the best at League, Faker, his name is Faker, the kid who got banned, his name's Apto. They were friends and they were like on the same level together. Like Faker would be number one, then Apto would be number two, then Apto would be number one, Faker would be number two. They'd always be like jockeying for the best position. So it's like, what the fuck? We could have had that in a professional game. What the hell? You fucked that over for us. This dumb bitch.
Some people have no consideration.
Yeah, she wanted dick. He was like, nah, I'm too busy getting this money, so fuck off. She was like, nah, I'm gonna snitch on you and fucking ruin your whole career. Like,
Man, hell hath no fury like an angry bitch. Just...
Yeah, just an angry bitch. Oh yeah, and then she got locked up on some drug charges like 2 months later. It was funny as fuck.
There's nobody to root for in this story. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So she wanted him so that you could fund a drug habit, basically.
Them junkies, man. They crazy. They're everywhere.
Junkies. They'll fucking do anything, man. That's fucked up.
They'll do anyone if you give them the money to get drugs.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I remember, like, yeah, you were saying?
Yeah. My friend poses a drug dealer on Snapchat, and he would just get girls trying to meet up with him, like, constantly. Like, this one time he put his location on, and there was a girl that came to his house like an hour later. Because he had a jar of weed that he was holding, and he's like, oh, that new product.
That's creepy, man.
That's very fucking creepy. Are they gonna win off this? I mean, the waves are set up. Yeah, they can win. Yeah, it's fucked up. Anyways, yeah.
I spoke with the dude about like the name choices. He said like of the choices that like we showed like the you know the what were those fucking names? Shit, wait, I remember writing them down. Now I'm struggling to remember this shit. Oh yeah. I told him all like the name ideas I had. You know, New 22, the Unbreakables, and he said like like Molly said he really liked the Rise of the Sky Talkers. I was like, oh really? Like
that's a cool one. That's a cool one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely could. I definitely enjoy that because it's like, oh, he's like, that's a good play on words. It gives an idea what we're about, and it shows like, oh, it's not just Star Wars. There is something else going on. Because of, yeah. But yeah, it's definitely, it also as we're on this episode of Rise of the Sky Talkers, you know, like just, or like that could be like the guests we have on. Like we call them like, on this episode, I'm joined by fellow Sky Talker, like so-and-so or whatever. Like it fits, you know, in its own ways. He also said like the Sixth Sense, it's a good name for a podcast. Not, it's like a general podcast. Like it's a generally good podcast name, just not here. Like it wouldn't work here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It wouldn't work here because we work in like a niche, almost. It's like the pop culture niche.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, it's definitely something. And I remember I told him about Second Story Stories, and he straight up was just like, man, that sounds like a name of a book publisher or something. Like, and we laughed about it. I remember like you said like the logo would be this 2-story coffee shop, and us like chatting shit in the second floor. And he's like, dude, that sounds like a logo for like a film studio. And like, what the fuck? It does. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does. That's why it works. That's why it fucking works. And the thing is, if you can frame it as like, because generally podcasting apps, they like the square logos because it fits really well. If you make that into an SVG, it looks really fucking cool. But you have to have a real attention to detail with it. So it can be hard to draw. Really fucking hard to draw. But it would look so dope.
Man, this ain't Lifetime movies, man. We don't be churning out that BT movie of the week business. This ain't a film studio, bro. And okay, let me ask you this. If it was, say this was a film studio we was getting off the ground, what movies would we make? What movies do you think we'd make? The three of us became a film studio.
I don't know. Whatever the fuck we want to. That's the best part. I would want to do something with a more neurotic, sort of this mind-bending murder. I would do mind-bending murder mystery, like not in this sort of psychic angle, but it's sort of the how do I say this?
You mean the Batman?
Not the Batman. The sort of it'll be like a basic premise. Some guy he goes out to a nightclub, takes a bunch of drugs, wakes up the next morning, and a whole bunch of shit has happened. Like, catastrophe level of shit has happened. And he has to slowly unwind throughout the night, like, what the fuck happened? Why is the world about to end? You're like, something so off that you're like, wait, what? How? And then you slowly thread the needle of how each thing is connected to the other.
Oh, so the Hangover, but in a post-apocalyptic setting.
Exactly. Make it cooler.
I love how you just like the Hangover, but make it cooler. Like,
because you're upping the stakes so fucking high that it's almost, in a sense, it becomes ridiculous.
Jesus, man. A night of heavy drinking leads to the near extinction of humanity or some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like the perfect college 2000s movie. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, it's the perfect PSA, man. Like, just like, what's that? Like those. It's like all it's missing is a slogan like "drivers don't drink, drinkers don't drive" or some shit like that, man.
Yeah. It's one of those.
Oh, it just reminds me of this advert. There's these two dummies, right? These two crash test dummies sitting in a car, and they're talking. Like the one guy, name is Vince. Like he's talking to like the camera. He's saying everything about the car. You know, he's the engine, the brakes, and the guy sitting next to him is like, Vince. And it's like, not now. So he keeps talking, he's talking. Like the other guy's like, Vince, not now, man. So he talks, and then finally he's like, but Vince, like, what is it? Boom. The car crashes, and they eject from the seat, and they crash like on the floor in a pile. And the ad just reads, "You can learn a lot from a dummy. Always remember to buckle your safety belt." Just
was this a Volvo ad?
It must have been. Jesus Christ, man! Like
Volvo really fucking likes their dummies. You know that?
Oh shit.
That is funny. All right, listen. I have to head to the bathroom. I'll call you back when I'm out, and then I'm going out tonight to meet some friends. One of my friends is moving to London, so I'm meeting her before she goes.
Wash your hands. Remember to wash your hands, man. Don't be going out there with shit all over your fingers. Remember to wash your hands.
Oh, fuck no.
What you mean, fuck no? It's basic human decency to wash your hands, dude. Like,
I always wash my hands.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll believe that.
Hey. Okay. As long as you believe me, it's fine.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Gotcha. Whatever you say.
Okay, I have a question. Why did you want to talk about breakups?
Huh? It's a subject that nobody really talks about, man. Nobody really talks about breakups. People will talk about what you should do after the fact, but nobody covers the events leading up to it or the event itself. Plus, Hollywood always gets the shit wrong. It's never how it actually is. So I wanted to cover, like, you know.
I always remember, like, I've broken up with people, but then they still stayed in my orbit, and it was really fucking weird. So, and then, like, one of the girls asked me, like, we met up, and she was like, so do you want to get back together? In the back of my head, I'm thinking, what the fuck have I done? To have given this woman an idea that I'd want to get back together. I was like, I'm a dumbass. So I was just like, no. Just no, and I left.
A smart call.
Worst idea of my life.
How is...
Move, but like really, I mean, hell hath no fury like hope and scorn.
I mean, if she's the one who left you, she's got no reason to be mad. Like,
I left her.
Oh.
I left her. Yeah, you see, that's where the problem starts.
I mean, why don't you just put up a sign when she asks you, like, so you want to get back together? Just put up a sign saying, lady, can't you get the hint? Did me breaking up with you not get the point across? Like, did you miss something?
Was an Indian girls incredibly oblivious to everything. Everything.
Yeah.
They're also a pain in the ass.
Dude.
So there's that. Yeah. I will never not dunk on an Indian girl. Just saying.
Oh, you don't regret that shit. Like, just... Like, dude, like some of the teachers I have, like, the Indian teachers I have, like, none of the learners give them shit. It's not because they, out of nowhere, just respect them. No, it's because there was a point that I wasn't there for where they didn't have respect. And the teachers something, and now, for the rest of the year, everyone's, like, when they go to the Indian teacher's classroom, they're like, shh. They immediately come in quiet. They know they're going to get that smoke. If they fuck around.
Yeah, but to be honest, Indian woman smoke is like the most mild smoke ever. I'm just like, what the fuck are you getting worked up for? Can you explain yourself to me? What happened now? Can you talk, like, speak in words? Like, it's that kind of thing. And then they slowly just diffuse, and then they're just standing there like, why am I angry again?
Yeah. There's one lady, dude, she has like this switch. She's like the kind of teacher I would want to be. The teacher who can yell at someone 1 second and then a split second later be like all calm and collected about it. There was this one kid giving a presentation, like standing by the desk giving like a reading comprehension or something, and there was noise building. And then she just turns her head, yells at these kids to like be quiet, there's someone up here doing a presentation. Like, show them the respect to yourself. And a second later she's like, I'm sorry, my angel, what were you saying? Like, just, holy fuck, lady.
That kid must be like, what the fuck is going on? Can somebody explain to me what is wrong with this woman?
Like, dude, if we'd had a teacher like that and we were the ones giving the thing, we'd just be like, hey, I'm good. You know, like, I was always gonna stop in the middle, you know, just, I'm gonna sit down now.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm done.
Yeah, you know, like, World War II just ended, you know. I don't need to explain how, it just ended.
Hitler shot himself in the basement, and that was that.
Yeah. I know I just started explaining who Hitler was, but, like, you know, I felt it should be short and sweet, you know, just cut to the end.
You did say it was a summary, ma'am. So
Yeah. Oh, shit. But,
Hitler had 2 bottles of gin, and he felt it was his time. There we go.
Yeah, he finally realized, like, oh shit, there's a patch of hair right between me and right in between my nostrils, and nobody's pointed it out all this time. They've been laughing. Oh no.
No,